after the breakup was to move on as an individual and separate myself from what happened in the past. But when that audience consists mainly of people who have heard of me from Amber's videos, separating the two while still existing online became impossible. A lot of people know of me from that time in my life, and I have had to accept that and keep moving forward. I went through a lot back then, and I made mistakes. It wasn't the person I wanted to be or who I am now. When I chose to go to Karina Kaboom's channel, it was because I wanted to tell part of my story in a way that was from a safer distance so that I couldn't be accused of being a grifter or profiting off of it just for answering some questions. I was offered no money from Karina's video, and I didn't expect any profit or fame from it. The reaction was still very mixed and hurtful, and I know I can't please everybody. I still felt like Amber's narcissism was being fueled by the people who would attack anyone remotely connected to her, no matter what role they played in her life, even though she only keeps benefiting financially and growing her ego through this vicious cycle. It was discouraging, and I just stopped trying to speak up altogether. Even with the support of a lot of you, it was hard to not internalize the negative things being spread about me by Amber and others. I know that in my Q&A with Karina, I talked about the money Amber owed me. I never did see any of that money and still haven't. For a while, I was in contact with an attorney who claimed to be able to help me get the money back that I earned working for Amber, but it wasn't possible to serve her anything without an updated address. More time passed, and with the distance growing between myself and the public, I just let it go. But recently, I was told that Amber has started talking about me again, and the more time that passes, the more she believes that I'm being quiet because I'm weak. She lies about me because she thinks that she has power over me and that my fear of the public reaction will shut me up and that everyone will be left with no choice but to believe whatever lies she spread. Well, she's wrong about me, and she no longer has that power over me. I want to be the one who tells my story. I'm going to show a screenshot of a live.
You're damn right. Fuck Amberlynn.
And it makes sense based off of what you know. But your opinion would probably change if you knew everything. I thought I was doing the right thing. If I could go back, I'd do everything differently. Saying if that makes me the bad guy is so obviously manipulative. You're framing what you did to me in this positive light so that it looks like your intentions were good when they weren't. You did a lot of bad. You said you'd do things different now, but you haven't taken any accountability. I feel like the only thing you would change is doing the exact same things in a way that would have made you look even better. And that's all I really wanted to say about the screenshot. I just wanted to. Rarity was very special to me. I loved all three of those animals very much. Rarity was like my little shadow toward the end. She followed me everywhere I went, and it was hard to even leave her. And I know when Amber talked about moving to Oklahoma, she was scared that she could only find a place that allowed 2 animals. So she considered giving me Rarity, but that's not what ended up happening. And I sometimes wish that I would have gotten her because now who knows where Rarity is. Before I get to talking about myself, I want to leave some advice for anyone going through a narcissistic abusive relationship. The most important thing is that you don't feel isolated. That goes for any relationship. If you feel like something is wrong, but you don't feel like your partner wants you to tell anyone else about it, that is a red flag. That's when it's important to talk to your friends and family about what's happening. You can get so engulfed in abuse that you don't even see what's happening to you. Having an outside perspective and a good support system is key to finding the strength to leave. Now, the next thing I want to address is Mr. Snowflake's upcoming video about me.
Be very careful, Beck. I can manipulate any footage.
I'm aware it's being made, but I haven't been asked to interview or anything like that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to watch it. Watching videos other people make about me can be really hard.
I get it, yeah.
I know it's going to cover a lot of really painful times in my life, some of which I was too out of it to even remember, due to different medications I was on, mixed with grief and the stress of my situation at the time.
Well, I'm just up to that bit. You just started taking medication. Maybe you won't watch this, but then start taking medication and you can see it's starting to affect you now.
Like to give an honest perspective and make the video in a respectful way.
Okay, I'll make it nice for you now that you said that.
And as you guys know, Mr. Snowflake has given me so much support and helped me out in the past, and I'll always be grateful to him as well.
Oh.
If he wanted to ask me questions
Stop trying to manipulate me. I know these tactics.
About anything, I'd be open to helping in any way I can. If he wanted to ask me questions about anything, I'd be open to helping in any way I can.
Thank you. Good. If I need your help, I'll give you a shout. Thank you.
And I think that if anyone is interested in the video, you should definitely check it out once it comes out. His content is really well made and thoroughly researched. Honestly, I'm not even sure where he got that baby picture of me. I'm already impressed. I'd like to talk a little now about the long-term effects of narcissistic abuse and the way it personally affected me over the years. For me, my self-confidence and worth was damaged more than anything. While I've had abusers be mean and cruel, no one could hurt me quite like I've hurt myself. Narcissistic abusers can use that low self-esteem to convince you that your negative thoughts are true and that you really don't deserve better than how you're treating yourself and how they in turn treat you. I thought I deserved all the horrible things being done to me and said about me, but it was painful, and that's why I've been so defensive in the past. Even though I've struggled with negative self-talk since I was little, it still never got easy to cope with. Finally leaving that kind of relationship after years of exploitation and mental gymnastics left me feeling trapped in the cycle of hopelessness and worthlessness. It took a lot of time, self-reflection, and having friends and family who saw better in me, who never gave up on me to build my confidence up to where it is today. Even now, I still struggle to see the good qualities in myself sometimes. There were days that I couldn't get out of bed in the morning, leave the house, go to work, or take care of my basic needs. Healing has been a long and hard journey, but I'm proud of the progress I've made no matter how my progress may look to someone on the outside. You should all be proud of your progress too, no matter where you are in your journey. In my description, I'm going to link an article I found that has a lot of really good information, warning signs, a helpline, and how to break the cycles like these. The last thing I want to talk about is my experience living in Appalachia as a member of the queer community and a little more about how I came out. I know I have already shared most of my coming out story, but I wanted to share a bit more about what happened after. Unfortunately, even today, a lot of people growing up in Appalachia still experience fear and discrimination within their homes and circles and may feel that they can relate to my experience. Growing up, I knew what being gay was. My cousin came out as a lesbian when I was a toddler, but I didn't realize that I was for a long time because of religion and heteronormativity. The realization hit me suddenly. I was terrified and went through many stages of grief, mourning who I thought I was, and even worse, who my family wanted me to be. I knew some of my family's love had limits. I was quick to accept myself, but I knew my family and friends would be another story. I hid it for a while until my mom discovered a love note in my room addressed to a girl, and confronted me about it. It was a Sunday night, and my mom asked me to stay home from church that day. When everyone else had left, we had to talk. I remember being told that it would have been better had I been dead or on drugs than to have been gay. The night I had to leave the only home I'd ever known. I was told that I had to either stay and be straight or leave and continue down the path my family thought was wrong, being gay and being me. Obviously, this wasn't a real choice for me. I had to leave. My family was disappointed in me and wanted nothing to do with me unless I changed. One time, I was even asked to participate in an exorcism. I refused. It took time and effort, but my mom and I reconciled, and I did get an apology for the things said that really hurt me that night. It hurt to not be accepted, but in the end, the only thing that mattered was that she loved me enough to change and to put me before those beliefs she held so dear. I only wish I could have been there for her more in the end. I have other family members who I'm really close to who have accepted me too, and I'm so grateful for them. There are definitely still some whose love is conditional, but the ones who matter are all I need.
Hey guys, welcome back to Curly Views for Yous. This is Curly. Hope everybody's staying warm out there and, everybody's mental health is where it needs to be. Or at least striving towards that, because we're about to get into Amberlynn, and we all know that she's just letting her mental health just pour all over the world, overflow. So, yeah, this one is titled Weigh In After a Week on Semaglutide and an Embarrassing Side Effect, I'm assuming. Yeah, of course. So we're probably going to hear about gross stuff. Just a little update on me. I am, where are we at, 3 weeks now? 3 weeks into the ADHD medication. I don't know if it's working or not or what have you, because it takes time for these things, but I know I can only speak on what I feel right now. Obviously, I don't know what is causing it, but I've just been kind of down in a way that I'm not. Well, last week I cried like 3 times and it was during work. So I'm just thinking that it may be time for me to think about relocating my profession. I'll leave it at that. But let's get into Amberlynn. She at least can offer us a little bit of a little bit of freedom from that, which is our lives burning around us. But, we've all got water. All right, let's get into it.
A new vlog. So today is January 13th, and I'm filming 2 videos today that are lasting throughout the whole day. I have to change clothes for each clip, depending on what video I'm filming said clip for. More than likely, you guys already saw the other video. Definitely go watch it. But in today's video, it's literally just a vlog, so welcome. I have genuinely been just so motivated lately to film and open cameos, and my girlfriend's helping me with merch. It's something I've never really felt fully motivated to do, but to have her support has been everything. On top of that, I'm trying to figure out memberships for live streams and videos, and I just feel so motivated. I don't know what it is. I think it's just taking out all the fast food. I was eating fast food, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, etc., just so many different foods that are just not good for the body, not good for the heart, not good for the brain, not good for the blood, not good for the movement of your body and soul and spirit, mental health. I thoroughly noticed a difference within myself when I stopped eating those things. So it's it makes you wonder, what are they putting in those foods? I'm sitting here, I had Doritos last night, I had bacon, I'm gonna be having it today, and I'm still eating foods that aren't considered healthy at all, but I feel so much better. Anyways, that's besides the point.
Amberlynn, the rest of us have already caught on that the foods here in America contain other chemicals and things, other than just the food. We've all been on that train. I'm sure people have said that to you in your comment section. This is weird.
I feel energized, I feel motivated, I feel happier, I feel more optimistic, and that shows within I'm really filming 2 videos throughout this whole day and just doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes, and I just
yeah, no, you're doing a bunch of stuff. It's really weird how you're doing it too, with this whole back and forth, let me change clothes, but you know what, that's a whole nother thing that you need to work on, so let's just tackle them as they come. So yes, I agree.
Good, and I hope my energy can be reflected in my videos and onto you guys as well. You guys, look what happened.
Well, no. Let me make sure I make that very clear. I do not accept anything from Amberlynn Reid. Anything that she has sent out, it is sent back to her, and I do not accept anything. Thank y'all.
I didn't even realize it until a few minutes later. So I have a lot of scrapbooking stuff I'm actually going through, and I'm trying to get rid of some. I've already gotten rid of half of it, but I've been scrapbooking, junk journaling, trash journaling. It has been just something I've really been enjoying lately. And I went to pick up a big box with my.
I do really like a junk journal. I like the designs that people come up with. I really like how they add just things throughout their day, or I feel like junk journalers see more potential in something as simple as a piece of paper. It's amazing, and then they changed it into these really amazing pieces. So I do enjoy junk journal. I think it's a very great way to keep time, if that's what you want that for.
Book stuff on it. Well, it's not too big, but I guess for my little freaking dainty nail it was. So a few minutes after picking it up, I was trying to choose my next sticker that I wanted to put in my junk journal, and I noticed I did not have any.
How long do you think it took her to pick out certain aspects of her junk journal? Emily is the crafter in this relationship. Of course, Girly Pop love journals and all that jazz, but I'm still not even convinced that she's writing in them, to be completely frank. Yeah, like I said, I'm interested to see what her journals look like, because she's been online for over a decade. There's a lot of history right there, and I'm just I'm looking at that the way Amberlynn Reid looks at a menu. So we all know how she manipulates language. I think by her saying fast food is including only fast food, things with drive-thrus or whatever. I think she will still order from a restaurant a Cheesecake Factory and Olive Garden, I guess. I don't know where she is. She's weird. She's just so freaky. Yeah, so I think she's gotten rid of the fast food, quote unquote, and quote unquote gotten rid of. But I do not think she does not order out. I think she just manipulates her language. So like she can still get a burger and fries, but at least like this time maybe it'll be a mom and pop shop where she's supporting the local economy. Hopefully, one can dream.
On my finger. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I literally didn't even feel it come off at all. So then I found it on the ground. I was like, maybe I can glue it. But it literally broke in half. So it's literally in 2 pieces now. All I had to do was touch it.
This is gross.
No, it's in 2 little halves. Oh my God. My literal first reaction, though, I wanted to bite off
She has to show it to us like 20 times. This is so gross. Nobody wants to hear about your nails.
all my other nails because that is
literally
driving me insane.
She's so
okay,
gross.
guys, I'm like low-key in my reading era again.
Let's just get through this.
That's just what I do. I carry on the same hobbies through years and years.
Girl, there's only 24 hours in a day. How are you getting all this done? Is this what a manic episode looks like? I guess I could investigate that. I should investigate what real BPD looks like. Like diagnosed, and by real I mean diagnosed BPD.
But it's like I fixate on them and then I don't touch them again for like months and months. But it's like the same hobbies through the years, if that makes sense. And reading is one I've always loved to read since I was a little girl. If there's one thing I had going for me is I've always been a good reader, a fast reader. I know, like,
in my opinion, and look, she's looking at herself and she's lying. Amberlynn, do you know you're being recorded? Do you know you're being recorded? Look, and she put those two little bottles. These were the mom bottles. Yeah, with the different lid. I peeped that. But these are clear, though. You don't see the iridescence from them. And that's strange, given what I am familiar with that type of product. Anywho, I think she's lying. And I think when anybody says that they're a fast reader, to be completely honest, because you can tell by you can tell by the way somebody communicates with you, you know, if they are a reader or have an expanded knowledge of words even, you know. Amberlynn is not that. We all can see that. I feel like all of us are beyond Amberlynn and her comprehension, because even though she could say she's a fast reader, I feel, I mean, this is one of those immeasurable, well, I guess there is a measurable way, but she's not going to ever do it. But this is one of those ways that she hasn't shown us the proof. So I don't believe her. That's why. And I don't believe she skims a page and understands it. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. But good job, girl. You're reading.
Words, when they come out of my mouth, it does not seem like it. My grammar is always hexacona, if you will. But I do enjoy the book.
Yeah, but that means that you're not comprehending / and or she's reading books that really don't involve thinking that way. That could be it too.
Psychological thriller. I just read the first book that I read in months.
Never mind.
I read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and I'm telling you, it was pretty decent. Like, it was definitely a page turner. I finished it in like 24 hours. Yeah. So out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give it a 4. I will say the twist is definitely overhyped.
The hand on the hip, like this authoritative figure is bothersome to me, and apparently that is because of my childhood.
It was a decent twist, but I was expecting something like a little bit more drastic. But it is an entertaining book. I will give you that. The book is actually going to be made into a movie, and it's going to be with one of my favorite actresses, which is Amanda Seyfried. I love anything that she's in. And then another really good actress, which I know everybody loves, Sydney Sweeney. So having those two women in the same movie is going to be chef's kiss. It's supposed to come out on Christmas.
Okay, so again, this is where an lost opportunity was. ALR could have straight up been like, tell us anything. She didn't tell us anything about the story. There's a movie coming out, so there's 2 forms of media on this topic. And then all you're giving us is who is supposed to play the 2 characters in the 2 topics we're discussing. Well, the 1 topic we're discussing. And then, like, that's it.
Day actually this year. So The Housemaid actually has 2 other books. So last night I started Housemaid's Secret, and I'm kind of surprised with the way that it's like turning out so far. It's not as good so far as the first book, but I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that it does pick up and start becoming more entertaining, because as of right now, also, you guys, so today's the day.
Like, there's no why is it entertaining, why I think you guys would like it. Like, she just wants us to believe her. That's a way to get us to believe her.
I went up about my merch where I showed some of it. I have gotten so much support on Instagram. Like, I can't even keep up. Like, you guys are freaking incredible. I'm genuinely so excited.
No shit. Who is doing all? It's Emily. It's Emily Curley. This is just a grifting thing. Why are you trying to understand it?
To be bringing such cute merch for you guys, because like I always wanted to do this, but like I said, I didn't have like the motivation to do it myself. I feel like I can come up with good ideas, but I don't know how to execute them. So thankfully, like when me and Tommy's brain like work together, we do amazing things. So I haven't dropped the story yet. Like I'm not gonna put a link down below yet, because there is still a few things that I want to make, and I want everything to be perfect before I do it. But knowing that so many people.
Okay, so if we're gonna wait till it's perfect, we're probably not gonna see it till 2028. But it seems that Emily has the push to get this done. That's kind of leaning into the not working situation. So great.
Or like, yes, I want this. Like,
dudes, I wouldn't buy from this woman. I mean, if you guys find your way to my little stoop, don't buy from this woman. I would rather you put your dollars towards, like I said before, mom and pop business, and just another person, like a person who's actually good and decent and not a piece of work like this one.
This makes me so freaking happy, so thank you guys so much. Okay guys, so for this part of the vlog, I do want to do my weigh-in, but I also want to touch on something I said at the beginning of this video where I was talking about like how I feel so much better without like ordering the takeout, like what is like in McDonald's, Taco Bell, etc., that like just makes me feel so bad and sluggish. Like that still stands, but like I've also quit smoking Delta 8 and I've quit vaping. I was vaping it, and I think that also helps me with like a clear mind, and it does give me.
I'm gonna say that she probably has edibles then. Let's see.
More energy when I'm not smoking. I do prefer sativa, so that's usually what I do smoke, but it's like it still makes me feel sluggish and I just want to chill and eat. Like,
Dude, look down at you.
My brain power just isn't fully there, but when I do stop smoking, like, my brain becomes clearer, and I'm able to think.
Okay, so we've given up fast food. We're no longer smoking/vaping Delta 8. You can still eat it. There's still tinctures. I wouldn't be surprised. Those are 2. Okay. One day.
Better and make better decisions with my life.
I wonder if she's doing it today.
It does have B12 in it.
I do wonder if she's taking it, you know, if this is still holding up today, because now we're probably 7 to 13 days away from this video that we're seeing now.
I'm telling you.
Where she changes her shirt twice a day or something. I can't.
Pretty sure I'm lacking B12 because I am anemic, so it wouldn't be surprising.
Oh my God. Amberlynn, sweetie, honey buns. You sweet, sweet, sweet child of the Lord. You are lacking in a lot more than just B12. Some of which is you are lacking accountability. You also lack discipline. You also are lacking in... there's a bunch. I'm happy that you found out about the B12. That's great. We got that figured out. What's next?
People take B12 anyways to like boost their energy. So I think just a mixture of just like a lot of different healthy things that I'm doing to better myself. Like,
she read the factors of these and it's straight up bonkers.
It just makes me feel better. I mean, duh, that's gonna happen. You do good things to your body, you're
oh
gonna
my
feel
God.
it. You do bad things to your body, you're gonna feel that too. So today is day 8 that I have been on semaglutide. So this is like
day
week
8
1
of semaglutide. Guys, she doesn't even like move the left half of her body. Do you think if she ever had like a medical episode that she would even call? She does seem to like to do urgent care in the ER. So I would assume, yeah, she would go, but she would go very late.
Like, how did I do the first week? How much weight did Amberlynn lose? And I'm excited to tell you guys.
Or her symptoms would be exacerbated by her size. And you would think that you would have more time, but because of her size, you would not.
I want to tell you guys about like the side effects that I've been experiencing. So I usually just wake up with like the tiniest bit of nausea, but it usually pretty much goes away instantly. I have been having diarrhea. I know that's TMI, but if I want to share my journey, I have to like be loud and proud about my side effects, even if they were embarrassing. But I will say, like, my appetite is still here. Like, it hasn't just like completely went away. It hasn't ran away. I ain't trying to catch it because it's definitely here. And when I took semaglutide last time, it's like the food noise went away. And I will tell you, the food noise is still here, but it's not
I
here.
have to fast forward her, guys.
If you don't know what food noise is, it's really just like your
I'm sorry, guys. I have to fast forward her because like I can only take so much of somebody lying to me.
brain, just like, what am I gonna do? When is the next time I'm gonna eat? Oh, I'm craving something salty. Oh, I want some chips. Oh, I should order some ice cream. Like, just like constant food noise, like constant thinking about food, no matter which way it is, like you're just thinking about it. So the noise is there. It's just, I think the volume has been turned down just a little bit. So I'm taking semaglutide to lose the food noise completely. I'm taking it to lose my appetite. And those things aren't happening like super strongly, like I was hoping for, but I'm not gonna give up because I'm still doing really good and I'm feeling really good. So a little quick backstory real quick. In November,
Why would somebody think that? I mean, I guess I'm taking medication with the hopes of it's good. You know why? It's just because she's a 10-year person and has a history of lying. This is why. It's not the medicine and stuff. That's the secondary. It's this person specifically. Yes, that's my conclusion, guys. Amberlynn, the mental stuff has to be explored and acknowledged. There's the word I need. Acknowledged. And I know that Amberlynn Reid has a lot of trouble with that because she acknowledges about herself very candidly, I guess. Like, it's very surface level. So let's just get through this, right? All right, we're gonna go power through. Look, we're almost there.
in December, actually, when I came home, I was 508 because I remember I weighed myself, and you guys know my daily journal, so I do have.
And again, I don't really care about these numbers too because she tries to get. I feel like that's what it is. She just throws every other piece of information that she can concentrate on rather than the cause. Is why I get overwhelmed, I think.
A lot of my weigh-ins in my journal. And then when I weighed on January 1st, I was 515. But if we're strictly just talking about semaglutide weigh-ins, so my first shot, I weighed myself before that, and I was 517.6, which was last Monday. And then today, which is a week later, here it is, you guys. All right, guys, so it is time for the weigh-in. And if I remember, I'll try to remember to do this because now people aren't believing the dates in my videos, even though that's what people have requested, to say the dates, and then I do say the dates, and it's still not good enough. I'm just like, what is happening?
You know what's sad is that she just bounces around from person's idea to person's idea to person's idea. Like, at what point is it going to stop, Amber?
Around here. So what's the date today?
Today is Monday, January 13th, 2025.
So that's that. All right, let's set on the scale here. Okay.
Holy crap.
Whoa. Wait, my jaw's on the floor. You guys, hold on. My jaw. 504.
Oh, God. I'm so tired of hearing about how her jaw unhinges. Is anybody else?
Or semaglutide be semaglutide. That's all I'm going to say about that. 504.0 is a 13.6 weight loss in 1 week. 1 week, I'm down almost 14 pounds. Like, what? That's almost 2 pounds a day.
6
weight loss
Look.
in 1 week. 1.6
Here we go. The drift.
weight loss in.
She's lying. Girl, that's what I'm saying, guys. I can't stand people lying to me these days.
1 week. 1 week. I'm down almost 14 pounds. Like, what? That's almost 2 pounds a day. Like, I know it's a lot of water weight. I'm fully cognizant of that. But it also shows just like a lot of changes that I've made in my diet and just in my lifestyle. And it feels really good to see that. So my next weigh-in will be on day 10 because I do want to do weekly weigh-ins, but then I also want to do them in increments of 10 so I can give you guys more updates on how I'm doing. But yeah, I'm really freaking proud of that. I'm not gonna lie. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I do not accept your kiss. Oh, here you go, guys. We'll keep this up for a second. Whatever will work for you, love. All right, I'm gonna end this video so at least I have a reaction. Bye.
And it does give me more energy when I'm not smoking. I do prefer sativa, so that's usually what I do smoke. But it's like, it still makes me feel sluggish and I just want to chill and eat. Like, my brain power just isn't fully there. But when I do stop smoking, like, my brain becomes clearer.
Did you see?